If you're unhappy, then you need to watch this video. The happiest people are not those who have everything. The happiest people are those who have learned to appreciate all that they have. For in showing gratitude and appreciation for what we have, we're able to receive more. This came to me sometime last week. I knew I needed to put it down because for the longest time I always had the wrongest idea of what happiness means. I used to feel happiness could only be gotten from material things. You could be happy if you have access to fancy cars, fancy houses, and all the things that money could buy. I was totally wrong. And I know that a lot of people also believe that this is what happiness means, or that you can actually have access to happiness only when you have access to material things. What I've come to learn is that when you think you can only have happiness or access happiness through material things, it's going to leave you in a constant state of wanting and needing something, because human wants are insatiable and we are always wanting more. Oftentimes when we don't even have the access to these things that we desire, we often start to get jealous, looking at people that have these things that we want. We become envious of them, and if this is not fixed, it can lead to resentment of people who have this wealth that we think will bring us happiness that we currently do not have. They say money can buy happiness. I totally agree with this, because if money could buy happiness, then we wouldn't have wealthy people who have mental health issues like depression, anxiety. I'm not saying that poor people don't have these issues as well, because we have poor people who also suffer from depression. So what I've learned is that the key to happiness, first of all, is mastering contentment, which a lot of people find hard to actually master these days, because we are looking at the next person and what they have, and so it is somewhat hard for you to be contented with what you have going on for you, with the blessing that you have going on for you. We're too focused on someone else's garden that we don't even notice that ours is green, or sometimes you're focused on someone else's garden and you forget to even water yours. So learning contentment is the #1 key to happiness. Contentment means being happy with what you have without being envious of what someone else has, or not even being bothered by what they have. Now, I'm not saying that you should be contented and then be comfortable. Don't confuse the two. It's okay to be contented and still strive for more. So the first key to happiness, in my opinion, is learning contentment. Also, I've learned to fill my life with the things that brings me joy. The little things of life, such as waking up and making my favorite meals, waking up and listening to my favorite albums or my favorite podcast, waking up and just doing something nice for myself. It brings me happiness. And I feel a lot of people don't know that being in your house, taking your favorite beverage, singing to your favorite song, singing along to your favorite songs, or even listening is something that can bring you joy or happiness. So you need to start recognizing the things that brings you joy and happiness, the little things in life, the little activities that makes you really happy. You need to start recognizing what these things are and then doing them, because this is going to be your key to happiness, or finding happiness once again. Studies have shown that the happiest people have a social network or a healthy social circle. These are people that they tap in with. Can I say tap in with? They are the people that they can connect with socially to help them unwind and, probably even unburden themselves to when life gets a little too hard or too much. So when you don't have a social circle, it's somewhat hard for you to find happiness, because happiness can also be gotten from friends, surrounding yourself with activities that you can do together with people who you love and love to spend time with. So having a social circle is something that can also bring you happiness instead of just being all by yourself. Understand that being alone doesn't mean you're lonely, but it doesn't mean you shouldn't network and meet people. If you find good people around yourself, surround yourself with them. So building a social network is one way to actually find happiness, because you have people that you can share your life with, you have people you can bond with, do activities with, unwind with, and just relax and be happy together. So having a social network is one way that you can also build your happiness or find happiness in your life. In this age of social media, it's so easy to get wrapped up into the idea of the online world, where you're making friends online, you're always online, you don't have time for physical activities or even participating in anything that's going to bring you closer with people in the real world. But I think as much as we are engaging online with people socially, we should also make our time to engage with people offline and build, valuable connections with people that we can meet face to face and do things together. Studies have shown that social media addiction is linked to mental health issues that a lot of people deal with these days, like depression and anxiety and the likes. And I want to say that I've learned within the past couple of months that it's good to build a healthy relationship with your social media, because I realized at a point that I was getting too sucked up into the world of social media that I wasn't really participating or giving attention to the things that really matters to me. And a lot of people fall into this category, and if you're going to be honest with yourself, you're going to understand what I'm saying, that we can actually be affected negatively by social media. I know that social media has a lot of pros, but it also has its own disadvantages. Recently, I was watching a TikTok video and I watched this girl share how she was quitting TikTok because she was no longer feeling productive, and she felt like she was no longer as smart as she was when she was in high school, because her vocabulary hasn't improved, and every day she's just waking up and being sucked up into this world of TikTok and lots of videos that are not adding anything to her at all. At some point, you have to be honest with yourself. I know that we all have one addiction or the other, but being able to identify your addictions and then working on, releasing yourself from the clutch of these addictions is going to help you to actually build a better and happier life for yourself. Maybe it's time you take a break from social media, log out and unplug, get out of that social media world and participate in the real world, because it's going to help you to actually get your hands in the happiness that you might be seeking. Finally, the last way that I've learned to actually find happiness in my life is practicing gratitude and kindness. I'm so big on gratitude, and when it comes to gratitude, it is just showing appreciation for the good things that you have in your life, for everything that you feel you're blessed with. And the thing about gratitude that I keep telling people is that the more grateful you are, the more you are opening yourself up to the universe to bless you with more. It's like you're saying, universe, thank you for blessing me with these things. Thank you for the ones that are still to come, and then the universe is super excited to bless you with more. Now about kindness. Kindness works in two ways: kindness to yourself and kindness to other people. When it comes to kindness to yourself, I feel like we can inculcate self-care into kindness to oneself. A lot of times we feel like kindness to yourself is usually just maybe mentally, how you talk to yourself or how you treat yourself. Yes, it is part of it. You must learn to speak with yourself calmly, with love, with respect, just like you would speak to a child. A lot of times we are so much kinder to other people than we are to our own selves. And what this does is that it is hurting us mentally, and we start to believe in these unkind words that we say to ourselves. Take for example, I make a mistake and I tell myself, oh, you're so dumb. Everyone makes mistakes. If I keep saying that to myself, it sticks to my subconscious, and before you know it, I start to believe that I'm actually a dumb person and I can't do anything right. But if you correct yourself lovingly and you say, oh, you made a mistake, but look at how you should have done it next time, it helps you to be able to do better, and it boosts your morale and your, your ability to want to do more next time. On kindness to oneself, you must learn to treat yourself with so much kindness. Pour onto yourself as much as you're pouring onto others, because you deserve all of the love and kindness that you show to other people. Practice self-care, eat healthy, exercise, Ensure that you're taking care of your body, you're dressing well, you're looking good, you smell amazing, you're taking care of your personal hygiene. It is a way to show kindness to yourself. Now, showing kindness to other people, it can be as simple as complimenting people, helping someone to cross the road. It can be, giving to charity. It can be anything. Studies have shown that showing kindness to other people brings you happiness, because when you see them happy and you see that smile on their face as a result of your kindness to them, it also warms your heart and makes you feel happy as well. So learn to show kindness to other people and show kindness to yourself as well. And in conclusion, I want you to remember to be intentional when it comes to your happiness. Smile a little brighter, notice nature, notice the birds singing, notice the wind caressing your skin, notice how beautiful you look when you look at yourself in the mirror, notice the beauty in other people, compliment people, compliment yourself, notice how the world is so beautiful. Every day you wake up in the morning, tell yourself, today is going to be a good day, I am going to be happy, and some way, somehow, you're going to experience blessings all through that day, because you've spoken that into the universe, and somehow it's going to, work its magic, and you're going to see things that's going to bring you lots of happiness all through the day at random points. I hope that this video blesses you and helps you through your journey to finding happiness. I am rooting for you. Don't stop rooting for yourself. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.